I'm at a park, filming myself in public for the first time. People are around. It's daytime. How do people do this? All right, anyways. All right. Happy New Year's Eve. I'm in Memorial Park today, testing out a new toy that I got. No, it's not a toy. It's a very expensive tool. And it is my Sigma 35mm F1.2 version 2 that I got not too long ago. I haven't really had the power of a wider angle kind of 1.2 lens before, so I'm trying to get used to compositions that, you know, completely nuke the background like this one. But I'm not going to be doing the typical review style video where, you know, I continuously talk about specs the entire time, because honestly, I got multiple film cameras. I have this Sony camera. I have a bunch of other cameras, and you can really do cool things with pretty much anything as long as you know what you're doing. Each lens has a different look and a different style, which is why I want to make this video, so I can have like a cool benchmark for the look and style that this lens gives off. I think in particular, I'm not the biggest low aperture guy, but for 35mm, I think the wide focal length really adds something to that fall off, so the background isn't, you know, completely indistinguishable and turned into like an abstract mess. It's more kind of dreamy and a nice, like, you know, cool fall off to it. So I don't record myself in public very often, so this is a cool start. We're gonna overlay some clips that I take with the lens from here on out. I'm also using a new microphone as well. This is my Hollyland Lark Max. I think it's 3 that they're on now, whichever the newest one is. That's the one I'm using. I'm still trying to get over a cold that I had a few days ago, but it's New Year's Eve, and it's a beautiful day. I can't believe 2025 was what it was, and I really look forward to being able to use brand new lenses and tools like this in 2026 and creating pretty interesting and cool content for myself, really. Just to stay sharp with the camera, use it, learn different tools, different processes, break the ice of doing things like this. But yeah. There are a couple things, though, that I do think makes this lens pretty special. The way that Sigma has gone about making their new lenses with the high linear actuator motors has really kind of closed the gap for me in terms of the difference between going G Master, Sigma, or any of the other, you know, aftermarket lens brands. I think Sigma, to me, over the years has always had a very distinct emphasis on image quality, on just beautiful rendering, and I think If this video turns out well, you'll see why I ended up choosing this lens to purchase, because it just has wonderful, dreamy, like rendering to it. But with the addition of the new focus motors and Sony cameras with their amazing algorithms, it's just a dream to use as a tool. It's never really failed me. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry. When I look back at my footage, I'm not a big video shooter. It doesn't stutter. It doesn't lose me. I have dark skin, and sometimes some lenses and camera systems can have some trouble finding me in dark rooms and dark areas, and I film at night all the time, and it just works. And so this lens, I think, is positioned uniquely in the market. There's not very many other 35 millimeter 1.2 lenses from Sony, or in general I think Nikon may have one, but for the Sony ecosystem, Sony does not have a 35 millimeter 1.2. Viltrox is the size of, the Empire State Building. And I also just feel like Sigma's been around a while, and I've had a history with them, and their lenses are tried and true in my book. And I just think that this lens is just perfectly positioned to be one of the best values on the market. And if I'm overlaying clips here, I keep going back to that word rendering, because that's what's important to me as I take photos. I mentioned previously I shoot film a lot, and part of it is because of the way film renders. But sharpness and detail is important to me, and I think this lens is a very, very good combination of both.